August is going to be a powerful month because we are shifting timelines where we're now having the opportunity and the choice to leave behind all the stuff that is out of alignment with this higher timeline that we're moving into throughout the month of August. You may already feel it now, as August begins. Maybe you're feeling like somewhat of a tug that there's certain things in your life, in yourself, within yourself as well, that just simply doesn't fit anymore, that doesn't resonate anymore, that you have outgrown, that is now ready to be released, ready to be let go of, to make room for something new. Because as we're moving into this higher timeline, and August is truly going to be a powerful month, a lot of the stuff that simply doesn't align with the higher timeline is ready to be released, and it's even asking to be released, to be let go of, because you don't need to take all that baggage with you as you're ascending into a higher timeline. In this video, I want to share with you a brief overview of the most important things to know about the energy of August so you can really make the most of it. Then I'm also going to share with you a powerful light language activation to help you on an energetic level to just leave behind all the stuff on an energetic level that simply doesn't serve you anymore, so you can really uplift yourself into that higher timeline. So energetically, I'm going to assist you in tapping into that higher timeline and just leaving the baggage behind. And I'm also going to share with you some action steps afterwards of what you can do to really make the most out of this beautiful energy, this beautiful opening, and the beautiful ascension that is now available throughout August. So let's dive right in with a quick overview before we then dive into the light language activation. So like I just mentioned, throughout August, a timeline shift occurs. Now, over the last couple of months, the Schumann resonance has been off the chart. We have been consistently moving in shifting into higher timelines, but the month of August is really that turning point for that, because we are really on a collective level, we are uplifting in consciousness to really match that higher timeline. So a lot of ascension codes are coming in throughout this month, and they're assisting us in really elevating our consciousness, raising our frequency, and shifting into that higher timeline. Now, if you are very sensitive to energies, then this month may be a little challenging for you. So here, you want to really take care of yourself. If you're feeling overwhelmed energetically, do more grounding, do more self-care, because this is a powerful month. It is a big energetic month, and it is to our highest and greatest good. But if you are on the sensitive side, like myself included, you really want to focus on grounding, self-care, managing your nervous system, calming down your nervous system if you are feeling very activated, because you will feel a lot of that. But just know that there are a lot of ascension codes coming in throughout this month to assist us in really elevating our consciousness, raising in frequency, and really aligning ourselves to that higher timeline. So this will then also cause for a lot of old things to come to the surface, whether it's old beliefs, old set points, old, just the way of being, and even situations in your life that are just stuck, that are old, that are outdated. They all now come to the surface, or they at least make themselves known to you so you can acknowledge them and move through them. Because think of all that old stuff as the baggage that you really don't need to take with you. Think of it like that. When you're moving house or when you're moving apartment, you're going to do some deep cleaning first so you don't have to carry everything with you, right? All the stuff that you really don't need, all the stuff that you have accumulated for such a long time, you're going to do a deep clean, right? And that's kind of like what August is all about, is we're cleaning and clearing everything out, all the stuff that we don't need into that higher timeline. So think of it like that. You're moving houses, right? So you're leaving all this old stuff behind. So just know that a lot may come to the surface. And now this is not just for you personally, but collectively, there's a lot of stuff that is going to come to the surface as well, giving us the awareness to then decide, this is not okay. This is not what I want to deal with. This is not what I accept to be of truth, right? So there's a lot of that that's going to happen throughout the month of August. But it is to our highest and greatest good, because when we have the awareness, we have the power to do something about it. We have a choice. And that's why this month is really going to help us shed and let go of all that stuff that is simply not serving us as we're elevating into that higher timeline. We're expanding also energetically. Energetically, we're also receiving this massive upgrade as well. And this is also to attune our nervous system to this higher timeline as well. So like I said, if you are usually very sensitive, you will most likely also notice a lot in your nervous system as well. Your energetic field, you may feel a little bit more squeezed and activated. And this is because you're receiving all these codes. So here, like I said, work with your nervous system, calm down your nervous system, and expand your nervous system. Make all these upgrades your new normal. So instead of feeling activated by it, breathe through it, expand yourself so this becomes your new normal, this more elevated state of being. So this is really how you can move through the month of August with more ease. But much will really shift, for yourself in your own life, within yourself, and also externally as well. Like on a collective, much will shift. There's a lot of up-leveling that is really happening. And with this energy calibration, this light language energy calibration, I'm going to assist you with the energetics to just leave behind anything that is not ready to be left behind, cutting any cords, dissolving anything that is within your field that is not ready to be dissolved, and also uplift you so you can really tap into that higher timeline, so you can move into that with more ease. Now, before I jump into the light language activation, I do want to share something exciting with you, because this month I'm also running another challenge as well. It's the Releasing Subconscious Blocks Challenge, which runs from August the 4th to August the 8th. So it's a 5-day journey. It's absolutely free. If you would like to work on releasing your subconscious blocks, then this challenge might be for you, where each day you will get a lesson, and we also have 2 live calls for energetic release, and one of the calls is actually happening on August the 8th on the Lionsgate, where I'm going to bring in some Lionsgate portal activations as well as some codexes. So it's going to be a powerful 5-day journey. So if that's of interest to you, there's a link in the description below. I would love for you to join us to start working on releasing any of those subconscious blocks that you're not ready to release. But that was it. So let's move into the light language activation. So if you're ready to receive this beautiful energetic upgrade, then please join me here by placing both feet on the ground, getting grounded, getting present, getting centered, and take a deep breath in, breathe in light and love. And when you breathe out, just drop into your heart and then close your eyes. Just allow yourself to be present in the here and now. Let go of anything that doesn't need to be here, but feel free to bring all your stuff that you want to now let go of. All the things, the baggage that you have been carrying, where you might say now, I think I'm ready to let that go. Bring it into this light language activation, because with your intention, as you're putting your attention onto these things that you're like, you know what, I'm done with this, you're actually intentionally letting it go on an energetic level. So you may call upon your soul, your team of guides, your higher self, if you so wish, as I too now call upon my team of guides, the highest, best, most loving angelic guides, galactic guides, dragon guides, and light beings that can best support us now. Please step forward and connect with us. Surround us with your beautiful presence and uplift us, open us up, and ready us for this activation, this energetic calibration, as we attune ourselves to that higher timeline. And we now ask for divine assistance in please cleansing and clearing our being, our mind, our body, our essence, and even our vibrational field of any density, any imprints, attachments, programming, and interferences that are keeping us hooked into the lower timeline. Please dissolve any outside attachments and cords that also no longer are to our highest and greatest good. Uplift our heart, mind, being, and essence to be in alignment with this higher timeline. Please download codexes of higher awareness, higher consciousness, and a higher way of being, transmuting our old self into our new, more aligned, high-frequency self. And please recalibrate and attune our being to be in vibrational alignment to the highest timeline that we're now ready to move into. And so it is. Kur anra atara elurastere nastare enara atea kuranara ate naka aeku ekura nara atara alakata anakatar stakatuku urana ekustere elakata anre ekurastere etara alakata anre etura astre ela lekele e kulakalekete leketeku urastere tara elukra atara atre elukrukuta nara atrela ekura anre kutu urastere keteku urakata na enuna anre etara anna nastara anara atara alakate enakata anre etura ada nastara elakata anakate kut urastere nastere elura andara atre ustere. Now we surround you with high frequency light codes to dissolve anything outside of you that is keeping you connected to a lower timeline. You may feel a sense of energy moving all around you, and this is the energy dissolving all that no longer serves you. Nastara anara atara elukra anara kate ukrastere eta nukru ura anara atara alakata anara eturastere ukura hane eura are nukraka anera atare elanara ata. Now feel these light codes moving inwards into your being infused into your being to cleanse you on a deep inner level as well. On an energetic level, an internal level, on a physical level, and even an emotional level as well. Es turanara katae kuranara atara alanara atara alanara atara atara nasare enara atara alanara etura atara nara annere illura anara atara illukra atara ekuta nukru nustara anara atara illukra anare ekutura. Nastara anara atara elukra anara atara elukra anara kata anrektu urastare nukuru ura anara atara alla kata anakata anrektu urastare ella na atara alla etura astare ella ate ekura anna ate era ata nastara enara atara ewa atare Nastara anara eturu ura atara ara eua nera etura astare ekurastare ketukutukutu urashta katakata nakara katakatukutu. Now we wish to invite you to choose what else do you wish to let go of. We have cleansed your physical body, your outer body. Now it is up to you to decide what are you now ready to release, what are you now ready to let go of. Make the conscious decision to dissolve any and all baggage, energetic baggage that you have been carrying with you for far too long, that you're now ready to release it in the here and now. You may even name it. You may even choose to give it a name. Even if you're not quite sure what it is, just state it out loud or in your mind, and I'll choose to release all that no longer serves me. Estarste enurastere eustere ella na anere etura anara atara alanara atara allakata anae kuste na anere etura astere ella ne kura nara ate nukura na at eru ara are euastere elu ana na anere elura anara atare elukra anara atare elukra atare ekta nastere enara atara allakata anara atare nukuru urrasta ar ur astere na astere el atare elukra anara etura astere nukuru ura nara atre natara anara atre elukra anara etura anara etara nukuru urrashta anara atre nukuru urrashta anara eta. Now open yourself up to receiving a high frequency download to assist you in uplifting yourself, your consciousness, your vibration, your being, and even your energetic field, your nervous system, to align it into a higher timeline. Feel yourself being uplifted energetically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and even physically. Estur stanrata ekuste ekurracht ander et uste na eustere el ander at eustere elukra an a nuk urrachta an euste ekur ur an at eustere el a na at eustere elura anna anea ekur anna eustere na astere elura anna Nastere elura anera atre ukuru ura anera atre elane ekura anere etura anne ekura anere ekura alanere etura astere el anere nukuru ura star an et ura na a eustere el anere etura a nakara anere etura astere elanara atre elukra nukura stere ela ale elula ale elula ale elula ale elula ale elula ale nukuru ura anera kate enakata anere etura astere na ara ura a ekura sta Feel yourself expanding. Feel your nervous system being expanded as well as you uplift, as you expand, as you shift into that higher timeline. Ek ast urst en atre nuk ura anra atre elur kata anaka anne nuk ura an aekustere en atre elur an a nuk ura an etura. If you feel any resistance that is keeping you connected to a lower timeline, just allow yourself to just choose and I release that. It is safe to ascend. It is safe to transcend into a higher way of being, a higher essence, a higher timeline. And just breathe through any discomfort, any stuck energy that may be present. Estur an aik ura achte lena ekustera uk urst in na at re ur an rata nuk urach na at el ur andere etura astere el ar a e uste ek ura astere elura andere etura astere el a nuk ura anara atere elura anna nuk ura anara atere elanara etura astere e nuk urachte et urastere elanara ate nuk ura anara atere elukra andere kita enakata anek tu uste nast ur anne et ura a nuk rannara atere elukra an et kura nakra andere tu urastere etara ate ai kuste ek ura an ate ura Natara andere etu stere enara ate nuku urrast anne nuku urrast an era at eustere lak a ek ustere nust esta est urst an nachta aha. Breathe that in. Feel yourself expanding. Feel yourself uplifting. Feel yourself rising higher. Expanding even more. But now we also wish to assist you in calming down your nervous system and infusing your nervous system with energy and codices of calm, of recalibration, infusing it with the essence of self-calibration as you are receiving these light codes, these ascension codes throughout the month, that your nervous system will self-regulate and expand rather than constrict or contract. Est arrast nak aik ane nak aik raktai kustere elan aik na at ast al na a ust a ek a aste elan ust nu an aesta an aest aek na esta naster an al ate luk urachta anere ek aik acht a nuk ustere et an na at urastera ek urrast et aha nuk urachte ek ustere et urst ehe. Now anchor this into your being. Let it infuse into your being. Let it recalibrate you to the deepest level. Let it anchor in. Let it integrate. Estuste nast era lekre edachtere eturustere enauste elarrastere elukra anrate est urst et aha. This transmission is now complete. You have received this energetic upgrade and you have lifted up into a higher timeline. Blessed be, beloved. Blessed be. Now you may take a deep breath in and breathe in light of love and let it settle. And whenever you're ready, you can open up your eyes again and come back to the here and now and join me for the rest of the video. And welcome back. I really hope that you enjoyed this beautiful activation. It was quite expansive, but I'm curious to know from you. How do you feel now? What was your experience throughout this activation? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. I would love to know. But now, the way you can make the most out of this activation is, for one, I already mentioned in the beginning, is if you are quite sensitive to the energy, then this month you really want to put a little bit more effort into self-care, self-regulating your nervous system. Now, the guides actually included also the self-regulation part as well, which was quite unexpected and interesting. But you also want to do your own work so you're not overloaded by all that is coming in throughout this month. But then also, it is ideal that throughout this month that you focus more on your spiritual practices to ground yourself, to center yourself, to align yourself, to really stay in alignment, to release any heavy energy, all of that. So this month is really a month where you may feel called to also maybe meditate a little bit more, maybe start yoga or do some more workout or stretching or moving the energy, because doing any kind of workout, whether it's going to the gym and doing some really nice lifting or cardio, or you're doing just something gentle like yoga or Pilates or anything like that, or even just walking or stretching, that is going to be ideal throughout this month, because that helps you move the energy out of your body. Because as we're receiving all these light codes, all this stuff coming in, and then we're also, dealing with all that other stuff that's coming up from the deep within, it's a lot of energy, right? So here, you want to do something to really move the energy. But then also you may feel called to maybe meditate a little bit more, maybe journal a little bit more, maybe spend a little bit more time to yourself or by yourself to really just go within more. Whatever you feel called to do this month, do it. It will definitely help you to really integrate all these light codes that are coming in, all these ascension codes, so it won't be too much for you, so it won't be too overwhelming. But also, it's not just about the overwhelming part, but also that will then help you actually take in more as well. Because as you're releasing energy through movement, through self-care and things like that, that makes room for new energy to come in. So that's really the key throughout this month, is do your work of releasing, letting go of all that energy, and opening yourself up to receiving more. Because that's what will then help you really, on a conscious level, really take that massive leap forward. Now this month, it's also not so much about the doing of what you do, but more so about being. It's about being in alignment no matter what's going on, no matter how weird it may seem of what you feel called to do. Maybe you feel called to just really just take a nap every single day, and then perfectly fine, and do that, because even when you're napping, you're doing the energy work. Or maybe you feel called to just really go away for a couple of hours, just really be by yourself. Whatever it is, it's not so much about the doing this month, it's more so about the being. And whenever you do stuff, it's about only taking the steps that are truly aligned. And here it's also not just about taking just about any actions or any steps or whatnot, or doing anything just for the sake of it, but it's about really being consciously aware of, if I do this now, is this to my highest and greatest good? Does this even resonate? Does this feel in alignment? And if not, don't do it. Or if it's something that you kind of have to do, let's say going to a job that you really don't want, or having certain obligations with family or friends, or just any kind of obligation that you really don't want to do, then shift your mindset around that you still have a choice, because even with obligations, you still have a choice, right? It's not like that someone puts a gun at your head and says, you have to do this. No, you still have a choice. Of course, you usually choose that, well, I got to do this here, but it often comes with that negative feeling behind it. So instead, if you do have to do certain things that you feel like you have to do, just know you still have a choice. And in here, instead of saying, I have to do this, I'm going to choose to do it anyways. I acknowledge I really don't want to do this, but I choose to do it anyways, because for whatever reason, right? But he also don't say because I have to, because then it's only going to keep you in a loop of, obligation or whatnot. So shift your energy around that. That's going to be key. But whatever you do, try to do as much that is really deeply aligned, that this is the right thing to do. And then do more of that if you feel called to. But it's really not so much about the doing part this month. It's really more so about the being. As we're lifting into that higher energy, that higher timeline, it's really about doing less and being more. And that's really what we're getting a taste of this month, because that's really, that's the foundation of living in a high vibe essence, like living really, aligning ourselves to a higher timeline. It's more so about the being rather than doing. And then another key is it's about allowing yourself to uplift, allowing yourself to shift into a higher timeline, allowing yourself to really let go of what was and no longer is, and really uplift yourself. But now this was it for this energy calibration. I really hope you enjoyed this. Now also be sure to check out these two videos here. Two beautiful activations. One is about aligning with your soul's purpose, and another one is about soul level abundance. I think you're going to enjoy both of them. So thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make an amazingly abundant and joyful day. Namaste.